Hey everybody, I'm Steven. Some people know me better as the Drunken Sommelier. So I'm here today, I'm gonna show you how to A, drink some wine, how to B, cook the perfect flank steak, which is gonna taste like $1,000,000, save you some money, and impress Dad. I'm also gonna show you how to make a classic Caesar salad to go along with it, along with the most perfect grilled garlic baguette. Are you ready? Let's go. First things first here, I've got a bottle of the Connoisseur Organic Pinot Noir. This wine's excellent value. I can work with that. That's gonna pair beautifully with the entire meal. All right, let's get into it. Caesar dressing is really a lot like any other salad dressing. The base for it is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and vinegar. I'm using an apple cider vinegar. You could use red wine vinegar or white wine vinegar. It really doesn't matter. With oil and vinegar as the base, what I'm going to do first is mix the rest of my ingredients in and then add the oil, add the vinegar, and stir everything up. And you'll see what a beautiful texture and kind of aroma and flavor that dressing is gonna have. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna crack this egg. And what I need to do is I need to separate the yolk from the egg white. So I've got a second little bowl here. And I'm just gonna kind of play with the yolk. I'm just gonna kind of change it back and forth from each half of the egg shell until all that egg white falls away and I'm left with just a beautiful yolk. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that in my bowl. Secondly, I'm gonna add my anchovy paste. People forget anchovies are used on pizza. They add an amazing flavor. I don't know why some people kind of are grossed out by it. To me, it's fantastic. Now, just gonna squirt a little bit of this right into the bowl that I have the egg in. Just a tiny, tiny amount. You know, a little bit less than you'd use on your toothbrush. Dijon mustard. I'm using a little Grey Poupon here. Perhaps, you know, there's a Wayne's World reference or something like that you can defer to on this. Just a couple of little dabs, adds a bit of a tang. Liam Perrin's Worcester sauce. Worcester sauce, Worcestershire sauce. I don't even know what they call it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of like making a Caesar drink. However spicy you want to make it, that's how spicy you should make it. Tabasco sauce, next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm happy with that. Again, go to your personal level of preferred heat. I got a couple cloves of garlic here. I've peeled them already. I'm gonna give them a smash with my knife. Mush, like that. Now I'm gonna dice them up as fine as I possibly can. You really could use a garlic crusher, or you could even blend the garlic in the dressing afterwards. I don't mind the rustic feel of a Caesar salad, so I'm just gonna give this a really nice fine chop. Trying to be very careful with my sharp knife. So I got my 1 clove of garlic in there. I'm gonna stick with 1 for today. What I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna cut a little slice of lemon. Now, I don't need the whole lemon. I just need kind of one of the ends to give it a little sprig of juice for the dressings. Sip of wine, don't forget. I think Dad's gonna love that. Now, before I add my oil and vinegar and start to kind of, you know, stir the dressing, give it a little whip with a fork, I'm gonna add some salt, ground coarse sea salt, and some fresh cracked pepper. I'm definitely gonna add fresh cracked pepper to the whole meal at the end. That's a classic technique used by all steakhouses. Why would we not do that at home as well? Now, I'm gonna add my olive oil. And as I add my olive oil, I'm just gonna kind of start to stir the ingredients of the dressing together, kind of emulsifying it as I go. It's got a beautiful color. Okay, and I think that's about enough oil there. I got about 2 or 3 tablespoons in there. Really can eyeball the dressing. If you want it a little thinner, you can add a bit more oil and vinegar. If you want it a little thicker, you can add a little bit less. I'm gonna add my apple cider vinegar. I want just a little bit less apple cider vinegar than I added oil. Got a beautiful Caesar dressing here. Oh, that is smelling absolutely fantastic. I smell that dressing. I feel like I'm at the highest end steakhouse I could possibly imagine, and someone's doing it for me tableside right now. I've got a heart of romaine lettuce here, which I'm going to cut in half lengthwise. This is gonna be the foundation for my grilled Caesar salad. Grilled Caesar salad, you're saying? I don't know, I've never grilled lettuce before. We're gonna give it a little tiny char on each side on the barbecue, get some flames kicking up, It's just gonna give it a couple grill marks, gonna blacken the outside of the lettuce. Holy moly, it is gonna make this salad the best Caesar salad you've ever had in your life. I need to prepare what you could use as a crouton, large crouton, or as a garlic bread. It's really the same thing, but it's gonna add that intangible. So what I'm gonna do, I've cut this baguette on a diagonal, and I'm gonna cut 3 or 4 more slices, depending on kind of how carb heavy your dad likes things. I'm gonna take my extra virgin olive oil and give these slices of baguette a really generous drizzle. I'm gonna dice some more garlic. Give that a little crush. And dice this kind of, not as fine as the Caesar salad. I've got my diced garlic in a little cup here. I'm just gonna add some olive oil to it. Simple as that. Take my fork, just kind of mix it around. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a bit of the garlic that I've kind of stirred into the oil here, and I'm gonna take an even amount and just kind of press it in to the bread here. When that hits the grill for a minute or 2, it's just gonna mellow out the garlic a little bit, and it's gonna really make that bread taste nice and rich as a beautiful side dish. All we gotta do is get the steak, the bread, and the lettuce on the grill. Let me show you how. I've salted and peppered the flank steak on both sides, a little bit of olive oil. It's time to throw it on the grill. 2 minutes aside, just like that. Flip time. Beautiful grill marks there. Couple minutes aside, we're gonna let this rest for an extended period of time. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this puppy. While I'm waiting for the steak, I've gone ahead and drizzled some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil on the romaine lettuce hearts, and I'm just waiting for that steak to finish up. When that steak's resting, I'm gonna go ahead and get my garlic bread on there, and then at the last minute, just for a few seconds on each side, so the lettuce doesn't wilt, I'm gonna let my romaine hearts char up just a hair for that extra bit of flavor. All right, kids, steak is off the grill. It's time to get our garlic bread grilling. We've got that beautiful garlic rub on there with the olive oil. Just gonna place these over the flames. It's important you watch these while you're doing this because it's really easy to kind of, forget about these and they will burn and you have to start again, which is not the end of the world, but we wanna impress our old man. We want to get it right the first time, as they all say. Time to flip the garlic bread here. Let's see how we're doing. Beautiful grill marks. See that? Just like in the restaurants. Okay, and you did this right at home on your own barbecue. Piece of cake. Alrighty. Even if you had to borrow Dad's barbecue, I'm sure he would not complain if you're making something like this for him. Alrighty, final step here, kiddies. A quick grill on the romaine lettuce. Let's get this on the grill here. Boom. A little drizzle of olive oil. Fantastic. Let's get this one over here too. Right over the flames there. And just give it a little drizzle from above while it's on the flame. That's gonna really kind of stoke the flames. Alrighty, let's go ahead and flip this lettuce. We don't want to get it too charred up. See those little charry bits at the end there? Just beautiful. Adds a little extra element of flavor. The entire thing is done on the grill. Less cleanup for you, less cleanup for Dad. Alrighty, so the heavy lifting is over. I'm done grilling. I've got my perfectly grilled flank steak that's been resting for about 10 minutes. I've got my beautifully charred garlic bread, and I've got just a little bit of fire on my romaine hearts, which have been halved and look absolutely beautiful. I'm ready to make and plate the perfect Father's Day steak dinner. Just want to talk about wine pairing for a second. Nice herbaceous kind of cherry tones on the nose. I think that's going to complement the steak and the salad perfectly. It's got a kind of light to medium body. It's a lean cut of meat. This is going to be ideal. Fantastic by itself, not too heavy. Great red wine for hot weather and an alfresco meal like this. The one thing to know about cutting flank steak, you have to cut it across the grain. It's a bit of a sinewy cut, which is why it's less expensive, which is to our benefit. However, if we cut it the wrong way, we've just wasted all that time. So you gotta see when you're kind of seasoning it, when it's raw, which way the kind of lines of muscle are running. And you wanna cut it 90 degrees perpendicular to that grain. So, fortunately, I know exactly which way that grain is going. I'm going to cut it crossways. The beautiful strips, wow, this is looking absolutely stunning. Salt Bae, you better watch out. Let's go ahead and plate this. Nice white plate here, beautiful. A little pinch of salt. That's a sweet, sweet thing right there. Beautiful steak, good helping of pepper. We cannot live without it. Pepper that thing all over. That's good to go. Okay, now I would definitely suggest doing this meal family style. Got a beautiful plate of flank steak here. All we gotta do is dress our salad. We've got our Caesar salad dressing that I showed you how to make, waiting. I'm gonna take a spoon, gonna just do some beautiful kind of drizzles onto the Caesar salad like that. Got my garlic toast slash grilled croutons on the side. Life is looking good. I wanna really smother these. Now the nice thing about cutting the romaine heart in half like this, lengthwise, there's all these different layers of the lettuce, and that dressing is gonna kind of get into every one, and it's just gonna be booming. Absolutely boom, boom, booming with flavor. I can't wait to dive into that. Let's give this a little finish with some sea salt. Very nice. Some freshly cracked pepper. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the perfect steak dinner for Father's Day this year. Please enjoy. Don't forget to order your wines at www.tagdelivery.ca to make sure they get to your door or dad's door before the big day this year. Santé, cheers, brindis, whatever you want to say, na zdrowie, enjoy a good glass of wine. Cheers to you. Happy Father's Day.